Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Little League Softball Western Regional here in San Bernardino, California. Game 3 out of 4 in this opening day will feature teams from Cave Creek, Arizona, and Missoula, Montana. Both teams winning their respective state championships to get here to this point in the Western Regional. I'm Sam Ravitch, bringing you all the action here from San Bernardino here in the afternoon. 12 teams here on site. One team will advance to Portland for a chance at the World Championship. Let's take a look at the Arizona bio and see where they came from. They are managed by Brett Kundle. They didn't have to travel necessarily as far as some other teams. You see Robideau getting set. She will be on the mound for this Arizona team to start. A lot of really good pitchers on this team, and I love the also neon green jerseys that they're rocking today. Should be exciting to watch this young club. Also on the other side of the ball for Montana, they are managed by Josiah Hodge and his daughter, also in the starting lineup for this Missoula team from Garden City Little League. Looking forward to seeing both of these teams get underway. This is the first game for both of these clubs in this tournament, so we'll see if they can get off to a good start. Both teams warming up. We are just moments away from first pitch. We'll have that on the other side of the break between Arizona and Montana on ESPN+. And we're back here in San Bernardino, California at the Western Regional here for the Little League Softball Tournament. 12 teams on site. One team will advance to Portland for a chance at the World Championship. Arizona and Montana about to get underway here. Both of these two clubs are in their first game of the tournament. Took a look at the starting lineup there for Arizona, who will serve as the away team here today. Savannah Gaston will start off. She will also be on the mound pitching. We mentioned Haley Robideau was warming up in our open, and she will also most likely get on the mound today. On the bump for Garden City Little League out of Missoula, Montana is Isolé Bates. Savannah Gaston, 13 years old, from Scottsdale, Arizona. And the first pitch is a bit low for ball one. Two games played earlier today on this very field. Idaho and Southern California. Southern California won that one pretty handily, 17-0. So they will advance in the winner's bracket, and also Northern California and Arizona. As that ball's fouled down the right field line. Northern California won 10-1 over Alaska. So both California teams getting off to a good start here. We'll see Arizona and Montana here in this one, and later on tonight, our final game of day one will feature Wyoming and Utah. Back up the middle, it's going to get through for a leadoff single for Savannah Gaston. A good start for this Cactus Foothills team from Arizona. Right through the wickets there of Isa Bates. Thought all of that one might have caught a piece of the left ankle there. Now Haley Robideau. Square early to bunt and pulls it back. Runner heads off to second, and she's safe. Gaston heads up and just getting able to talk to head coach Brett Kundle for this Arizona club. Said they're looking to be aggressive in this tournament on the base paths and try to have the defenses make some mistakes for them and some runs on the board early. Time called by Robideau. Robideau, 12 years old, has played pitcher and third base for this Arizona club. Gets a good bunt down, charging Irene Griswold will hold on to it. Everybody safe. Arizona striking early, nobody out, and runners on the corners. Well executed there. Able to get it down, stays on the grass, and also something we should mention. Normally on a regulation softball field, you don't really see grass. Usually it's all dirt, but here, playing with grass. But the circle is all regulation. The field is regulation as well. Runner's going to take off to second there safely. Don't want to take a risk. Second and third, nobody out, top of the first inning. Arizona has got Montana on their heels. A big swing, good pitch up in the zone from Issa Bates. Issa Bates played a very big role in this Missoula team from Garden City Little League in the state championship, and specifically in the state championship game. Helped them in the circle as well as at the plate. This ball grounded to short. Schaefer up with it, will go to first. They'll get the out there, and a run will score in Savannah Gaston, and Arizona on the board here early in the top of the first inning.
Coming up for Arizona, second baseman, number 45, Haley Fitzmaurice.
So smart play to get the out. Still early, and Montana will have their at-bats to get that run back. That'll bring up Bailey Fitzmaurice, batting in the 4 spot for Arizona. First pitch is low, gets past the catcher, Giannicaro, and another one comes in to score 2-0 here in the first. Heads up base running there by Rubidoux. Noticing the ball get past the catcher and then taking some steps here and creeping down, and then finally sees it get past, and she will score easily. So 2-0 here early, Arizona. Right back to Issa Bates, and she'll go to first for out number 2.
Now batting for Jackson.
2 gone, top of the first.
Number 6.
Montana's going to be itching to get up at the plate and get these early runs back. Batting in the 5 spot is Alyssa Wilson, playing left field today. Has one older sister, Mackenzie Wilson. Parents are Chris and Stephanie, both attorneys. Said her favorite sports moment was winning the Squirt International Hockey Tournament in Fargo, North Dakota. A couple of these players on Montana as well play some ice hockey in the winter. Slap towards second base, knocked down by McKenna Thorson. And she goes to first, and that will do it.
Now batting for Captain Woodville, left fielder, number 6, Alyssa Wilson.
Two gone, nobody aboard, and Arizona able to get a couple of runs across early. Both Savannah Gaston and Haley Rubidoux coming across to score. The 1 and 2 batters for Cactus Foothills. Issa Bates nods yes. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. This Arizona team from Cactus Foothills has 8 13-year-olds on their team. The new rule implemented this year was the fact that you could not turn 13 before the turn of the new year, January 1st, 2019. So 8 of their players have turned 13 since January 1st. So some more seniority on this Arizona team, and a strike called on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A bit high on the rise, and now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Alyssa says her favorite sports team is the Arizona Diamondbacks, growing up close to Scottsdale and the Phoenix area. This ball gets into right center field on the ground. Good piece of hitting going the other way for Alyssa Wilson, and a 2-out single.
Coming up for Arizona, catcher number 77.
Goes the other way with it. Keeps that head down and knocks it the other way. Good piece of hitting by the left fielder. Zoe Sefruza, the catcher, now steps in from the right-hand batter's box. Issa Bates having to work here early on in this one. Been able to find the strike zone. Arizona's bats have just found the right spot and been able to find some gaps in the infield. Now 3 hits in the first inning. Ball up in the zone. Foul tipped and held on by Gianna Caro. Zoe Sefruza, 13 years old, has an older sister, Sydney. Reaches for one, and the throw down not going to be necessary as the swing and the miss called third strike. Arizona getting a couple of runs early here. They lead 2-0. Missoula, Montana coming up to bat in the bottom of the first.
Number 77, Zoe Sefruza.
A good start to this one for Arizona in the top of the first, scoring 2 runs on 3 hits. Now it'll be Missoula, Montana to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. Take a look at their offense, starting off with Irene Griswold, Kenna Thorson, Brooke Schaefer, and Issa Bates, 1 through 4 for Missoula, Montana. Team that won their respective state championship moments before hopping on a plane, and many of these youngsters, their first time ever in California, so that was really an exciting time. And coming out here, San Bernardino. Weather in Montana, especially in the summer, can be a bit cooler than it can be out here in the valley. It's supposed to get up to about 100, 101 degrees starting on Monday and in through the rest of the week. So we're just a nice, cool breeze. Irene Griswold will start it off for this Montana team. Missoula, Montana, population roughly of 74,000. It is the second largest city in Montana. Home, of course, to the University of Montana, the Grizzles. Garden City Little League Club managed by Josiah Hodge. Ball low. Savannah Gaston getting the start in the circle this afternoon. Arizona club relied heavily on Gaston as well as Issa Bates for the run through the state tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Irene Griswold. Wants to be a professional softball player when she grows up. Big Red Sox fan and Andrew Benintendi supporter. Pitch is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Each one of these players fills out a questionnaire that has some funny questions that we're allowed to use on the broadcast, and they really have opened up to us and told us some of their fun hobbies that they have. Ball down the line, bobbled for a second by Chloe Jackson, picks it up and steps on the base. Off the end of the bat, a cue shot there from Irene Griswold. Good job by Jackson to stick with that one. Batting second, playing second base, McKenna Thorson. First pitch a bit high. Father Cody Thorson serving as a coach for this Missoula, Montana club. Good pitch right there. Coming in from Savannah Gaston. Kenna Thorson, the younger sister of Delaney, who was also on this team. Only younger by about a year. Delaney, 13 years old. McKenna, 12 years old. Says she wants to either be a real estate agent or an architect. Favorite subject is art, so you can see that relationship there. The architect and favorite subject in school being art. Coach Hodge says McKenna is an intense athlete. Always looking to help out her teammates, though. Wasn't one who's always talking first, but leads by example. There's a called strike 3. Good pitch there by Gaston, right on the outside corner. First strikeout of the game for Savannah. Just right there, paints the outside part. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up the number 3 batter, Brooke Schaefer, playing shortstop. Schaefer has also spent time at third base as well as behind the plate as a catcher this season. Swings and misses at 1. Nickname is Bam Bam for Brooke Schaefer, 12 years old. A lot of these young women will play a variety of sports competitively, and Brooke Schaefer is one of them. Plays basketball, soccer, and volleyball competitively. When it is not softball season, swings through one there. And the count evens 2-2. Savannah Gaston trying to work a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the first and hold on to that 2-0 lead. Rises a bit high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. And fouled off. Good job just to get a piece of that by Brooks Schaefer. Savannah Gaston has been on her game here early on. We said earlier, 12 teams on site here in San Bernardino. Only one of them will advance to Portland and play for a chance to win the World Championship and claim the Little League World Series champions. Another foul ball back into the screen. Fly ball, shallow center field. Courtney Zane calls everybody off, and a 1-2-3 inning turned in by Savannah Gaston. Job well done. Arizona leads after one, 2-0. And we're back here in San Bernardino, California. Arizona and Montana opening up their Western tournament here this afternoon. Umbrellas out, a very hot and sunny day here in Southern California. Just about an hour and change, depending on when you drive, from here to Los Angeles. Arizona able to take an early lead in the top of the first inning on a couple of singles. A bunt single turned down by Haley Rubidoux. And this ball hit hard towards second. Great play by McKenna Thorson. Up with it and to first. Good range by the second baseman there, going to her left. Hit well off the end of the bat the other way, and Thorson stuck with it the entire way. Very important to get the leadoff batter out, especially for this Arizona club that likes to run on the base paths and will take a couple bases. Here's Katie Woosley. She grounds one to second. More work for McKenna Thorson, and she makes it look easy.
Coming up for Arizona, center fielder number 22.
This time going to her right, showing off all the defensive abilities there. Here's the number 9 batter, Courtney Zane, playing center field today for Arizona. Squares to bunt, gets it down, and foul is called by home plate umpire Vincent Punchery. That pitch high up in the zone, and it's 1-1. Courtney played shortstop and center field for this all-star team. Younger sister Haley. And another foul ball. Excuse me, got hit right there. She got a piece of Courtney Zane. Sure did, right there on the leg.
At the plate for Jackers Woodville, pitcher number 12, Savannah.
First base runner of the inning on a hit by pitch. And that'll roll it over to the top of the order in Savannah Gaston. Getting it done on the mound and at the dish today. With a single, scored the first run of the game for Arizona. back in the first. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Zane takes off, throw down is a good one, and they got her. A great throw back there by Giannaccaro. And another good tag by Brooke Schaefer. So that'll end the half. Job well done by the defense for Missoula, Montana. Great tag applied and the out. Arizona still leads 2-0. Well, to catch the excitement of the Little League World Series, softball tournaments, or to find a Little League softball program in your neighborhood, visit littleleaguesoftball.org. That's littleleaguesoftball.org. Here in San Bernardino, California, 12 teams on site, all of them staying in bunks right here on this beautiful campus. Little League baseball tournament will be played later on in first week of August on this very field. Softball will get it first. Montana back up at the plate after a great throw down to second by Giannaccaro, the catcher for Garden City. Pitch fouled off by Issa Bates. Issa said to be a great team leader by her manager. Loves to joke around, has a great sense of humor as well. Loves to cheer on her teammates and enjoys listening to all kinds of music. Mother Kathy Weber Bates is also a coach on this team. Swing through that one, some speed behind that from Savannah Gaston. A little more emphasis and great location on the outside part there from Savannah. Looking at her arm there, gets the signs on what pitch to throw from the dugout. Off speed, fouled off the end of the bat. It'll be Issa Bates, Giannaccaro, and Sophie Olson due up here in the bottom of the second. Regulation game, 6 innings in Little League in the major division. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Make it 2 strikeouts now for Savannah Gaston this evening.
Now batting for Garden City.
And had a little drop to it. Right there on the outside corner. Tough to catch up to. They're at the plate. Great pitching motion from Savannah. Gianna fouls one off into the seats here. Some fans, a lot of umbrellas in the softball form. Some fans here as well. Manager for this Missoula, Montana team, Josiah Hodge, said that getting to play in that state tournament, that the community in the city of Missoula really rallied around this team, and at the state tournament and at the final game, he said the stands were full, and they were full of all the Missoula faithful coming out to support this young club of girls trying to get on to the regional round. And he said it was very inspirational for this team and helped them give them a push, and really just to see how many people from their community were behind them and cheering them on.
Gianna, another foul ball to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 gone, nobody on board. Tough to play softball year-round, obviously, up in the state of Montana, so they make every chance they can get. And they make it count, putting in hard, long days of practice. This ball grounded to first base, picked up by Chloe Jackson, and she'll take it herself. 2 gone.
Coming up for Montana, right fielder, number 1, Sophie Olsen.
Here's Sophie Olsen, 12 years old, plays second, and also plays outfield. Swings through one there. Favorite TV shows, Stranger Things and Riverdale for Sophie Olsen. New season of Stranger Things just coming out. I thought it was pretty good. Season 3. Her favorite food is Grandma's lasagna. Nothing can beat Grandma's lasagna. Sophie playing right field today. 1-1 outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swings through one from Savannah Gaston, who's been on it today in the circle, looking for her 3rd strikeout in 2 innings of work. Fires one in there and a called strike 3. Right on the inside corner from Savannah Gaston. 3 strikeouts, 2 of which have been looking. Arizona still on top early on, 2-0. Another look at this one. Right there on the inside corner. Well, here's what's coming up in the opening round in the West Regional for the Little League Softball Tournament. Montana, Arizona getting just underway here, heading the top of the 3rd. Later on this evening, we will have Wyoming and Utah play their first game of the tournament. Hawaii and Washington playing tomorrow. Hawaii having to travel quite a bit of distance. Southern California putting up 17 runs on Idaho earlier today to advance. It's a modified double elimination bracket, and what that means essentially is you lose 2 games and you go home. Keep winning and there's not really a problem, but what that means, you get to the final 2 teams, and there is no if game, meaning if a team has not lost yet and they lose that championship game, it is over. Whoever wins the championship game will be crowned champion and go on to Portland. This ball grounded towards 3rd. Irene Griswold across the diamond. And a great backhand stop over there at 3rd base. Really good defense by this Montana team, down to get it. And composed throw over to 1st. Gonna bring up Haley Rubidou. Reach base back in the 1st inning on a bunt single. See if Issa can get in a bit of a groove here and get Montana back to the plate. They have not been able to figure out Savannah Gaston on the mound for Arizona just yet. popped up right field. Right there is Sophie Olsen. A basket catch for out number 2. Charging in to get that one. Calls everybody off.
Coming up for Arizona.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Here's Kira Day, 0-0, playing short for Cactus Foothills Little League. Takes a called strike. Kira, 13 years old in 7th grade. An older brother, Connor. One, fouled off, out of play. And Kira stays alive. It's a hot one here today in San Bernardino. Both teams making sure that hydration levels are adequate throughout the course of this one. That pitch a bit short of home plate. Kira able to bring in the first run of the game for Arizona on a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. Inside, almost caught a piece. And it looks like it did, so Kira Day will jog on down to 1st. Another look at it there. Tough to tell from those angles, but I'm going to bring her back. She thought she got hit. Home plate umpire Vincent Pontieri will bring her back with a full count. 2 outs, nobody on. Grounds this one towards short. Brooke Schaefer up with it. 1-2-3 inning turned in by Issa Bates in Missoula, Montana. Montana coming up to bat. They trail by 2. Fans from Utah awaiting the game that will be played at 7 p.m. Pacific time against Wyoming. Watching on this Arizona and Montana game heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Number 8, Quinn Hodge.
Arizona leading 2-0. Quinn Hodge, the 3rd baseman, will get her first at bat as Savannah Gaston has struck out 3, has not allowed a base runner yet in this one. A foul ball into the screen off the bat of Quinn Hodge. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Garden City. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Montana is the home team, so they do have the bottom of the 6 if need be. There's a called strike outside corner. It's now 3 strikeout via looking, 4 total for Savannah Gaston. Take another look at this. Right there on the outside part. Not much Quinn Hodge can do there. A really good pitch from Savannah Gaston. Here's Kai Gillis. The command and control for Savannah Gaston today has been on point, as well as the velocity. She's had the rise going, the drop ball as well. Dominant performance so far in the circle. Popped up, Gaston there, 2 gone. Now the number 9 batter, Addie Nolt, playing center field today for Montana. Addie Nolt, nicknamed Salty Nalty, 12 years old. Has played catcher as well as center field this season. Her favorite show as well, Stranger Things. Favorite movie is Home Alone, the original. Not any of the subsequent sequels of Home Alone, the original one. Addie says when she wants to do when she grows up is be an ESPN reporter. I think we can maybe have her come up in the booth and talk to us a bit. Grounds one back to the pitcher, Gaston. How about back-to-back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for Savannah Gaston? As Arizona still holding on to that 2-0 lead, we will head to the 4th. Back here in San Bernardino, California, home of the Little League Softball Western Regional for this week of July. Arizona and Montana, game 3 of 4 this afternoon. Montana still hanging loose even though they trail by 2 runs as we head to the top of the 4th inning.
You have 10 batting for 45.
Heading up the bottom, the top of the 4th inning for Arizona.
Leading off this inning will be Casey Koskovich getting into the game for the first time. She squares to bunt up the third base line, but foul.
Batting for second base, number 45, Bailey Fitzmaurice. Number 10, Casey Koskovich.
Batting in the spot of Bailey Fitzmaurice. Part of the new mandatory play rules, and more emphasized, I should say, mandatory play rules as an initiative for this Little League season. Another bunt up the third base line, picked up in fair territory, and the throw over Quinn Hodges' head at first, but Koskovich will stay at first base. Finally going to be ruled a foul ball, a late call nonetheless. No balls, 2 strikes to Casey Koskovich. Called strike 3 to Casey. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Issa Bates.
Now batting for Catherine Woodhill. Left fielder.
One right there.
Alyssa Wilson.
Getting all of the plate. Upper part of the zone. And another strikeout for Issa. This ball fouled out of play. Alyssa Wilson up at the dish now. Singled back in the first inning, 1 for 1 today. Another foul ball into the seats. Issa Bates getting in a bit of a rhythm here over the last couple of innings. Got some help from her catcher, Gianna Giannaquero, throwing a runner out at second base to end the third. Hasn't allowed a base runner since the second inning. That pitch a bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alyssa Wilson. This one chopped towards second base. McKenna Thorson getting some infield practice today. A lot of 4-3 putouts on the score sheet. There's another look at that one. Two-hopper into the mitt. McKenna Thorson. She's been real solid over there at second base for this Garden City Little League club. Here's another one. Knocks it down, throws to first. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings turned in by Missoula, Montana. That's some work to do. They trail by 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in San Bernardino. A look at the mandatory play rules. Essentially, it's pretty simple. If a team has 13 or 14 players, each player on the roster must bat once. If a team has 12 or fewer players, each player must play a minimum of 6 consecutive defensive outs and bat once. You need to do most of that, the visiting team, for the 4th or 5th inning. Home team 4th inning as one of the first 3 batters in the 5th inning. So lots of rules to keep in check, but the overarching reason for this is because it's for the girls and make sure that everybody gets a chance to play here in Little League, the experience, and to enjoy it here and enjoy being part of a team atmosphere. Savannah Gaston continues on the mound, and Missoula, Montana looking for their first base runner of the game, as Irene Griswold will lead it off, and she is the leadoff hitter. Grounded out to the first baseman, Chloe Jackson, to start off the game. Swings through another one. Both of these teams, by the way, have 14 players on their roster. So each player required to get 1 at bat. Foul ball back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Irene Griswold.
1 ball, 2 strikes, wait.
Has played shortstop for a lot of this season and in the regular season for Major League play. He's also played some third base for this all-star team. Another foul ball towards the dugout. Good pitch, outside part once again. Savannah Gaston has found some success on the outside corner. That's her 5th strikeout of the day and her 4th strikeout looking.
For Montana, batting for second baseman number 12, McKenna Thorson. Number 19, Parker Robinson.
Parker Robinson will grab a bat and get her first at bat of the game. She swings and fouls the first pitch she sees. Arizona getting their 2 runs all the way back in the first inning, the top of the first. Hasn't been much action since on the base paths. Missoula a chance to come back in this one. The winner of this game will play tomorrow night against Nevada, who does not play here in the first day. Back-to-back strikeouts for Savannah Gaston here in the 4th.
Coming up for Garden City, third baseman, number 13.
And Brooke Schaefer will step in and try to figure out Savannah Gaston. Another look at that one. Great location, great change of speed as well, and deception coming out of the hand of Savannah Gaston. Getting to speak with Brett Kundle, the manager for this team out of Cave Creek, Arizona. He said first pitch strikes is what we're looking for from all of our pitchers. That off speed up in the zone. And a quick 0-2 count now to Brooke Schaefer. Hit the ball hard in her first at bat, flied out to center field. Fouls that one off into the seats to stay alive at 0-2. Again, Montana the home team, Arizona the away team. So Montana does get the bottom of the 6th inning. That one's outside, slips out of the hand. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Low and in. Garden City team trying to get some base runners against Savannah Gaston. Up in the zone, ball 3. Six strikeouts on the day, 2 in this inning for the right-hand pitcher in the circle. Popped up, Gaston under it. Another 1-2-3. Turned in by Cactus Foothills Little League. Arizona leading 2-0. Getting down to the end of this one. Arizona leading 2-0 over Montana here as we go to the top of the 5th inning in San Bernardino. Game 1 for both of these teams. Winner goes on to face Nevada tomorrow night in the winners game. Starting off this inning, Abby Bolander getting her first at bat of the game. Still on the mound for Montana is Issa Bates. Tries another drag, but lays off that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lays off another one high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Arizona trying to add some insurance runs here in the 5th inning. They scored 2 runs, both in the top of the 1st inning to start off the game, thanks to some aggressive base running and timely hitting. As Abby grounds one to first, it's bobbled and gets into right field. And a leadoff base runner for Arizona. It will be ruled an error on Montana. Might have taken a tough hop up into the glove there. Abby Bolander on first base.
Number 46, Ashlyn Kundal.
Here's Ashlyn Kundal getting her first at bat. Daughter of manager Brett Kundal. Ashlyn, 12 years old, plays the outfield as well as second base. Abby will take off to second, and she's there standing. Abby with a lot of speed coming into this game. She takes second base there, and a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Arizona. Another great jump as the ball crosses home plate. Then runners have to wait till the ball crosses home plate before they can steal a base. Popped up, foul ground, and a foul ball. It'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ashlyn Kundal. All of the teams here, all 12, putting in countless hours of work in their respective states to make it to this Western Regional. Only one team will advance for a chance at the World Championship in Portland. As Ashlyn goes down swinging here. 1 out, top of the 5th. 3rd strikeout of the day for Issa Bates.
For Arizona, batting for center fielder, number 22, Courtney Zane. Number 15,
Maddie Ryan will get her first at bat of the game in the 9 spot. A runner on second base and a chance to extend the lead for Cactus Foothills Little League. Called strike on the outside corner. Abby Bolander on second base. A foul tip at the plate. Only 1 out here in the 5th inning. Montana still with 2 chances, bottom of the 5th and bottom of the 6th, to get those runs back. Trying to limit the damage here. Maddie Ryan putting together a nice plate appearance, fouling off some pitches from Issa Bates. High and outside. And a good eye at the plate from Maddie Ryan. 1-2. And strike 3 as Maddie swings through it. 2 gone. Back to the top of the order.
At the plate for Cactus Foothills, pitcher number 12.
And Savannah Gaston with 2 outs and a runner on second base. Savannah, 13 years old, takes a strike on the outside corner. Has played pitcher, shortstop, and third base for this team. Has 3 brothers, Jeff, Cole, and Jack. Favorite sports team to watch is the Yankees. She hits one hard to short. Good play there and a good stretch at first by Quinn Hodge to hold on to that one. So Arizona strands a runner on second base. They do lead 2-0. Take another look at this play. Hit hard towards short, down to get it. Schaefer up with it, and a great stretch at first base to secure the out. Back here in San Bernardino, California, Savannah Gaston and Arizona on top 2-0 in this opening game of the Little League Softball Western Regional. Montana still trying to get their first hit. They have had a base runner. Some changes being made in the outfield as well as at the plate for Montana. Number 11, Lila Garrigan will come up to the plate, get her first at bat.
All the players that did for my team last inning, they went back to the game.
For Arizona, re-enter number 11, Chloe Jackson, number 15, Kimmy Woosley, and number 22, Courtney Zane. Leading off the bottom of the 15 for Montana, batting for pitcher number 14, Chico Davis. Number 11, Lila Gergen.
So Lila will bat in the spot of Issa Bates to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. Batting from the left-hand side, Savannah Gaston has been on point today in the circle. Six strikeouts through 4 innings. Montana trying to figure her out. Foul ball into the screen behind home plate. And another difference between softball Little League and baseball Little League, there is no pitch count for softball. The only rule is you pitch more than 7 innings, you need a full day of rest. So theoretically, a pitcher can pitch an entire regional in every single game. They're able to keep it to 6 innings for all of the games played. Lila Gergen takes one down in the zone. 2 balls. She flies one out to shallow right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And the first hit of the game for Montana comes off the bat of Lila Gergen. Able to get around this one and drive it to right field. Finds a spot in the outfield. And a leadoff single here for Montana. See if they can come back in this one. Here's Ali Prochet getting her first at bat. Throw down to first base. Gergen takes off to second, and she's safe on a delayed steal. So this Garden City team now with a runner in scoring position, and the tying run is at the plate. Here's another look. Throw goes down to first. Gergen sees, takes off, and slides in feet first. Plenty of time. So a meeting on the mound between this Cactus Foothills Little League club. Talk some defense out. First real pressure that they've faced in this game today. As Ali Prochet has 1 ball and no strikes against. And that pitch over the head of Firuza. Up to third goes Lila Gergen. Swings through one and throw to third. Now back to the plate, and they got her. Zoe Firuza applies the tag, and Gergen is out. Heads up play to throw down to third, and they caught Lila Gergen off the base. Another look at it, the swing through the ball, and Gergen, unfortunately, in no territory to get back to third base. And they get her in the rundown going home. Two balls and 2 strikes. Now to Ali Prochet. One out. So Savannah Gaston getting some help from her defense in this inning. Hasn't needed much of it so far in the game. Foul ball into the seats. Count remains full on Ali Prochet. Whoever loses this game will await the loser of the Oregon Northern California game. That'll be played on Monday. Winner of this one, like we said earlier, will face Nevada tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Pacific time against Nevada. As Prochet takes a walk. Here's Ella Fenton now getting her first at bat.
Number 24, Ella Fenton.
Ella Fenton will bat in the spot of Sophie Olsen, the right fielder. Great arm behind home plate for Zoe Firuza. And Montana has been caught a couple of times. Firuza not afraid to throw down to bases. And swing up in the zone, through it goes Ella Fenton. Ella's a big Chicago Cubs fan, wants to meet Anthony Rizzo. Another swing as that pitch is up in the zone as well. Favorite foods for Ella Fenton include orange chicken, tacos, and watermelon. Wide variety there. Fouls that one back into the screen. Still one out, runner on first, tying run at the plate, represented by Ella Fenton. Pitch low and away from Savannah Gaston. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up behind home plate, gets out of play. Caruza tossed the mask, wouldn't have a play on it. That one is low, and a good eye at the plate by Ella Fenton to work a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind is blowing in from center field. Believe it or not, there has not been a home run that's been hit outside of the park here in the softball regional. It was a called strike on the inside corner to Ella Fenton, and a big strikeout for Savannah Gaston here in the 5th inning. Another look at it right on the lower inside part of the plate. But a good at-bat put together by Ella Fenton. Now Quinn Hodge will step in from the left side. Struck out in her first at-bat back in the 3rd inning. As Ollie Prochet is on first base. And this one slapped into left field, a fair ball and a base hit. Prochet up to second. So 2 singles in the inning for Garden City Little League.
For Montana, number 0, Ty Gillis.
Kai Gillis now batting in the 8th spot and playing left field today. Popped out back in the 2nd, pops this one up to short, and there to get it is Kira Day to end the threat. Montana strands a runner on first and second base, still trailing by 2 as we go to the 6th. We head to the final inning here in this game. Arizona leading 2-0. Montana able to get a pair of hits in the bottom of the 5th inning, but couldn't make anything of it. Sophia Pulcini will lead it off for Arizona here, batting in the spot of Haley Robidoux. And a strike to start it off. Issa Bates continues in the circle for Montana. Missing a bit inside. The count evens 1-1. Sophia Pulcini, 13 years old, has played left, right, and second base this Little League season. He's been a reliable role player, always ready to go, a two-time All-Star for Cactus Foothills Little League. And she fouls one up the first base side. His younger sister, Cece. Her favorite sports moment to date has been winning the state championship, winning the state tournament to get here to the Western Regionals. And she swings through one. Another strikeout for Isolé Bates. Fifth strikeout of the day. Good pitch low in the zone there from Issa. Both pitchers have been very good today. In command of the strike zone. There's only been one free pass given on a hit by pitch. This one grounded towards short, up with the throw to first in time. And two gone. Good play over there by Irene Griswold.
Coming up for Arizona, second baseman number 45, Bailey Fitzmaurice.
Here's Bailey Fitzmaurice. Now batting in the top of the sixth inning. Montana will have a last chance in the bottom of the sixth to come back in this one. They need at least 2 runs to force some more softball here. Bailey Fitzmaurice has grounded out in this game. Takes one high, 2 balls and no strikes. Grounds one over towards second. Robinson is there, throws to first in a 1-2-3 inning. Turned in by Issa Bates and Montana. They'll come up in the bottom of the sixth, searching for a couple of runs.
Number 35, Addie Noel.
Arizona has been able to hold some dangerous bats for Montana at bay. And a big reason of that has been Savannah Gaston in the circle today. She's been working the ball up in the zone, down in the zone, inside, outside part of the plate. She has got 6 strikeouts today, and she's looking to go the entire game and hold this lead for Arizona. Garden City Little League out of Missoula, Montana, looking to get a couple of runs across. They were able to get 2 hits in the 5th inning. Their only hits of the day. On the other side as well, Issa Bates has been great for Montana. Arizona putting up 2 runs all the way back in the top of the 1st inning. But their offense also sputtered a bit in the middle parts of the game. As Addie Nault will start it off. And a quick 0-2 count to the number 9 batter and the center fielder for Missoula. This one out to left field, and a good catch out there by Alyssa Wilson. Sized it up. It's some high fives from her center fielder, Courtney Zane. And a great catch out there. Battling the sun as well, puts the glove up, 2 hands. About as good as you can get. One gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one's popped up and it's going to get out of play. It was hit hard off the bat of Addie Nault. Just couldn't find the green out there in the outfield. Here's Irene Griswold in the top of the order for Garden City Little League. Looking for 2 runs here to avoid a first game loss. Now, a loss does not mean you are out of the tournament. It simply means that you cannot lose again. It's a double elimination modified format. So you lose 2 games in the tournament. Unfortunately, you have to go home. Only one of the 12 teams here will advance to the World Series in Portland. Two balls and 1 strike. This one hit on the ground towards third. Robidoux up with it to first. And in time. Also seen some really solid defense on both sides. Only 1 error today. Some really solid play in the field on both sides. Here's McKenna Thorson with 2 outs. Last hopes for Garden City here in the 6th inning. Ground ball to second base. And that'll do it. Arizona, winners of the first game here by a score of 2-0. They will go on in the winners game and face off against Nevada tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time here on ESPN+. For Montana, trying to avoid elimination, they'll have to wait until Monday and face off against the loser of Northern California and Oregon. So Arizona, a great start to them. We will be back later on at 7 p.m. Back here in San Bernardino, California, as Arizona takes game 1 of their tournament 2-0 over Montana. We're now joined by the manager for the Arizona Little League team at Cave Creek, Coach Brett Kumble. Coach, appreciate you joining us. I do want to talk about, the runs you guys put up early on, but Savannah Gaston was fantastic for you guys today.
You know what? She was. She's always a rock star when we give her the ball. She pitched a great districts through state, and today she came out and delivered exactly what we knew she would do. That's why we gave her the rock game 1, and she was on fire. She's a cool cat out there. She just relaxes and throws strikes, and that's what we love about her.
And we were looking at some highlights here. She was able to locate the ball incredibly well all over parts of the plate, up, down, doesn't matter where it is, and she's got that calm, cool composure out there.
She does, and that's a great thing. Having a girl like Savvy on the mound that can throw it inside and hit her spots really allows us to be successful. Now, the bats, on the other hand, wish we had our bats a little bit better today. We're used to scoring early, and I thought it was just going to be another one of those days, but 2 runs is definitely not going to do it the rest of the tournament. We got to figure out a way to get the bats awake and ready for Nevada tomorrow night.
That's manager Brett Kundle. We appreciate you joining us, and best of luck the rest of the way in the tournament.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Arizona wins 2-0 here in the opening game over Montana. They will face off against Nevada tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific on ESPN+. Thanks for watching Little League Softball on ESPN+. Stay with us for more to come from San Bernardino. We will be with you all week on the road to Little League Softball World Series in Portland, Oregon.